Do you want to practice for the B2 First Reading and Use of English Part 1 Multiple Choice Cloze? Today, let's look into an FC sample test provided by Cambridge. Let me guide you through it. Hello exam seekers, I'm Patty and today I'm guiding you through the B2 First Reading and Use of English Part 1. If you have watched my previous video about the B2 First, you know that the Reading and Use of English exam is divided into 7 parts. Part 1, Multiple Choice Cloze. Part 2, Open Close. Part 3, Word Formation. Part 4, Word Transformation. Part 5, Multiple Choice, Part 6, Gapped Text, and Part 7, Multiple Matching. Today, I'm going to go over Part 1, Multiple Choice Cloze. This is a fill-in-the-gap multiple choice question activity. It is basically a text with missing information, which you should complete with some of the provided words. Each question has 4 options, A, B, C, or D. You have to decide which is the correct answer. It seems pretty simple, right? However, these texts usually come with similar words or synonyms to trick you. Therefore, you must study collocations very hard because this is what it's going to save you. Also, study idioms, shades of meaning, phrasal verbs, and fixed phrases. For each correct answer, you will get 1 mark. So, here's a sample. As you can see in the sample, genealogy is a of history. What we want to say here is that it is a part of history. If you look at the provided words, there is band, set, branch, and series. We don't have this word as an option, the word part as an option. So we need to find one that is equivalent to part. Which word would be similar to part in this case? Exactly, branch. Now let's go to number 1. It concerns family history, blah blah blah, then the national or world history studied at school. Well, what can we put here to fill in this gap? We could predict an option based on the word then, blah blah blah, then. Right? So we can expect here a comparison, right? It is a possibility. Let's see the alternatives first. 1. A. Instead. B. Rather. C. Except. D. Sooner. As you can see, most of them might fit, right? Not exactly, that's right. Remember that I talked about collocations? Well, it is essential to have this in mind. So, instead collocates with of, instead of, rather than, except for sooner than. From the options, we would have to eliminate at least 2 words because we say instead of, not instead than, and except for, not except than. So we eliminate these 2. From the context, you can eliminate sooner. We say sooner than, but it doesn't fit the context. And it leaves us with rather. And this is your correct option, rather than. So, it concerns family history, rather than the national or world history studied at school. The same happens to number 2. Let's look at it. It doesn't merely involve drawing a family tree. However, tracing your family history can also in learning about your roots and your identity. The word that follows the gap is in. Da-da-da, in, right? So let's try and see if the alternatives provided collocate with in. Can also cause in, can also mean in, can also result in, can also lead in. Which one collocates? If you are in doubt, there is an app also a website called Collocations Dictionary. I'll leave the link in the description, alright? Which you can use to check the collocation of the word. Let's take a look. You go to the website and you put the words cause, mean, result, lead, and you check if they collocate. Alright? So, do you have the answer? That's right. The correct alternative is C, result. This is the only word that collocates appropriately with the preposition in. So, it doesn't merely involve drawing a family tree. However, tracing your family history can also result in learning about your roots and your identity. Before you can try them all by yourselves, take a look at number 7. The survey also concluded that the back you follow your family. We are looking for a word that means that we are looking back at your genealogy tree, right? Let's look at the alternatives. 7. A, older. B, greater. C, higher. D, further. So, it is related to older, but you cannot say older back. They don't collocate. Moreover, the idea is to look more and more into your family history. So higher does not match because we are not talking about the altitude, and it is not greater either because it is not about size or quality. The only word that would fit properly is further, which means more and more into the past. The survey also concluded that the further back you follow your family line. Do you get it? Now it's your turn to try and match the gaps to the correct words. Read the text, check the options, and decide on your answers. When you finish, you can listen to the answers at the end of this video or check the answers in the description. Also, read the blog post I made about this sample, right? Link in the description. You can always find samples at the Cambridge Assessment website, also link in the description. They always provide us with samples for us to test our English. I hope you have enjoyed it and that the samples help to understand how this part of the exam works. If you have questions or want to share some thoughts, comment in the comment section below. Well, I hope that this content was useful for you, and if you want more content like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to like and share the videos with the others so that more and more people can get this content. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching me and see you next time. Remember that knowledge is never enough. Bye bye. I hope you have enjoyed. No, before you can try again. We are looking for a word. We are looking for a word. You came here to check the answers, right? Well, 1, rather. 2, result. 3, access. 4, expense. 5, remark. 6, review. 7, further. And 8, participated. Did you do all right? Congratulations. Let's see how you do in the next sample. Bye bye.